Hi guys, so I am live. How are you all doing? I hope you're keeping safe and strong and COVID free. Sending you all lots of love. Like you all know, that I'm going to be chatting with my nutritionist Mun today, and let's join her. So while we wait for Mun to join, she should be here any moment. Hi Mun, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. You look so lovely.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm just chilling at home because everything is cancelled.
I know, I know. So nice to
Congratulations
get
on
a.
your book. It's
Thank you
the
so much.
it's been 3 weeks now, if I'm not wrong. That is the
Yes, yes,
bestseller.
yes, yes.
Wow. How did you come up with that name, Belly and the Brain Diet?
So, actually, the title is Yuktahar. So, here
Yeah,
it is. I'm just going
right.
to take all the opportunity to flaunt this.
You
But
must.
the title is Yuktahar. Actually, this was also the name of my program since years. Like my consultation program has always been named as Yuktahar since, a long, long time that I have started working, with my clients. And when I started working with my editorial team at Penguin Random House, they said that, why not, keep the same name for the book? And I was like, okay, great. So that is how happened. The Belly and Brain Diet actually became the subtitle, which I was thinking to, have that as the main title. But then it eventually got shifted as the subtitle.
Hmm.
And it was just basically to, tell the readers that, our gut is so important in how it is connected to our brain, which means, our mental health and emotional health.
Absolutely.
Because, because
Like
otherwise, people, yeah,
like you say, your gut feels, so your gut
yeah,
has a mind of its own. And I had read
yeah,
long back that your gut is a nervous system in itself. And
absolutely.
a lot of people actually don't know this, and they give the least, I think it's the most least taken care of
Underrated.
organ
Yeah,
in our
yeah,
body, which is actually the most important, because the entire health stems from your gut. So I have a few
absolutely.
questions for you, Munmun, and I want to break people's myths about these things,
Come
because
on, let's do this.
yes, yes. So, first question. Now, what is your take on breakfast? How important is breakfast? Should breakfast be like a king size breakfast? And, like there's a saying that breakfast like a king and dinner like a pauper. Do you like to follow that? Or do you think, some people skip their meals, breakfast, and do intermittent fasting? So, what's your take on breakfast?
So breakfast, of course, बहुत जरूरी है. It's like important meal of the day. So I'm somewhere in the middle where I don't even advocate that, do the intermittent and skip the breakfast. That's not what I promote. And I also don't take this proverb जो लोगों ने बहुत seriously ले लिया है, that eat breakfast like a king and, lunch like a prince. So I don't kind of believe that as well. So I'm somewhere in the middle. Breakfast is important. You should not skip it, but at the same time, it should not be king size breakfast. Instead, lunch should be the most wholesome meal of the day.
Right.
And you can make lunch like an early lunch. Early lunch, when I say, it's like, between 11 to 1. So if we want to have lunch at the right time, which is 11 to 1, then breakfast has to be lighter. Otherwise, how people generally eat, they could just go on paranthas and eggs
Yeah,
and so many things for breakfast that they don't feel hungry for lunch till 2:33.
correct.
And then they eat, like, they will just skimp through the lunch, and then suddenly they will feel famished by evening, and then they'll gorge on all the pani puris and bhel puris.
Correct.
And then, the entire day goes wrong. So, like you do it, Rakul, yeah, like since the
So I
time
was
we
just
have
going
been
to add
working.
that I
Yeah,
love doing my early lunch, and for all the people who are watching, I generally like to finish my workout in the morning, no matter how early, and then I take this protein smoothie, which we've posted recipe of, where I add a lot of nuts also. I mean seeds to my
yeah.
protein, almond milk, banana, and my protein powder. Sometimes if I want, I add a pinch of cacao to make it tasty. A lot of ice, and
There's cinnamon powder in
the
it. There's
cinnamon
cinnamon,
powder. That's right.
flax seeds,
Yeah, flax seeds.
flax.
So
So,
and that's my breakfast, and then I do my lunch around 12:30, 12:30 if I'm at home, and around 1 o'clock if you're shooting, because you can't
Sure.
tell them कि मुझे lunch break दे दो. but you want to add why it's the best time, because you've told me, but I'd love the
Yeah.
listeners to know.
Yeah. So, what I have always tried to endeavor as a, nutritionist is to always go back to what Ayurveda and traditional wisdom says, and then try to see if it really connects with the modern science.
Right.
So sooner or later, I do see that, they do connect. So, when I came out with this philosophy, it was out of my research, because Ayurveda, when you look at Ayurveda through the concepts of, all the Pitta, Kapha, and Vata, breakfast is, according to Ayurveda, not the time when you should have a very heavy meal.
Correct.
It's a time when you should have a very light meal. The reason being, your metabolism works according to the sun.
Right.
So because early morning, like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, the sun isn't, shining bright. It shines bright during the noon time. So morning they eat lighter, but eat heavier during the lunch when the sun is, shining the brightest, because that is when you will be able to digest everything. Your metabolism is at its peak,
Right.
and no matter what you eat, it will not kind of, get converted into fat.
Right.
When I went and, revisited this fact in modern science, they say the same thing. They call it the circadian rhythm diet.
Circadian rhythm diet, yes.
Yeah, so they say the same thing, that eat with the sun. Sun is brightest in the noon, so heaviest meal should be in the noon. So it really just then, falls together.
Yeah.
And that is how, like, most of my principles are, this is how, I have worked upon them.
That's amazing.
And it works beautifully, yeah.
I think it does, because I love to have my lunch as the heaviest, and then my dinner is generally light by 7:30.
Yeah.
I finish
Yeah.
my dinner max.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless, of course, I am on a holiday.
Yeah. And the most important thing is, like, what I have seen with most of the clients, you of course are very disciplined and everything. So I don't know how much I can say this about you, but most of the clients who generally have this evening ka chaat and cake wala craving.
Craving.
Yeah, you don't feel, because you have had such a good lunch, that you feel really, content and satisfied through the evening. So even those hunger pangs are totally, they disappear.
Yeah, I think hunger pangs also come from the fact that when you're not giving yourself nutrition, even the shake that we are saying, we're not just taking a protein shake, we are adding good fats to it. We're adding, there's good protein, and there's carbs through banana. So it's a balanced meal. So obviously our sugar levels are stable, and, we don't get those hunger pangs unnecessarily. Okay, so I'm going to ask you now that, you introduced me to Yoga Nidra. I had very vaguely heard about it and done it, practiced it whenever I did some, detox sessions for a week, 10 days. But you introduced that practice, and not a lot of people give you, stress the importance on it. They give you the importance of right kind of eating or exercise and, diets and calorie deficits. And that's how people believe fitness is, right? Why do you think it's so important, Yoga Nidra for our body?
Yoga Nidra is extremely important. Firstly, I don't know how many people have heard about it. If you have read this book, you will even get a YouTube link, which is in this book, so you can just go and hop over. But, I feel that Yoga Nidra is extremely important, because it is going to take care, firstly, the 30 minutes of Yoga Nidra, it is said that it is equivalent to 4 to 5 hours of deep sleep. So जो काम 4-5 घंटे की नींद, अच्छी नींद कर सकती है, वो काम 30 minutes of योग निद्रा से हो जाता है. So that is one thing. In your case, I suggested to you Yoga Nidra was primarily for the post-workout recovery, because you work out really, really hard. And I wanted you to recover in the shortest span of time available, because you have a hectic schedule ahead. Your shoots and all don't even allow you a lot of time for recovery. So then Yoga Nidra becomes very important, because I totally understand, people are always stressing on food, exercise. But what about recovery? Until and unless you recover well, those things are not going to work, right? So Yoga Nidra, one aspect is the post-workout recovery. The other aspect is also because it addresses a person's emotional health in, more ways than one. So in my practice, when I tell clients to, practice Yoga Nidra on a daily basis, I have seen so many clients come back and tell me that they feel so different in terms of, responding to real life situations, where they feel that, you know, they are more in charge of their emotions, their thoughts, and their feelings. And that, I think, is a very important aspect even in terms of health, because until and unless you're in charge of your emotions, you are going to make wrong decisions even about food, fitness.
Right.
So in a way, they are all interconnected.
Yeah.
Right? You cannot think of human body as a commodity, because we are thoughts, we are emotions, we are everything makes us.
Yeah.
So that aspect has to be addressed. You can address it through various ways, and one of them is Yoga Nidra. It's very easy, first of all, to do. So for people who are your beginners, you know, it's nothing. It's just like a guided meditation. So it's pretty much
Yeah.
easy to do it as well.
I'm so glad that you give importance to something like that about, recognizing your own body, because I've always been of the belief, and because I read a lot about the body composition and things like that, our body is not just the physical existence that people believe it to
Yeah.
be. There's a spiritual body, and
Yeah.
there's an internal, a health which you can speak to when you meditate over healing your body or over knowing what is right. In fact, there are books which say that you can, through yoga nidra or through meditation, treat your ailments. If
Of
you
course.
concentrate and meditate on your problems and issues. And let me tell you guys, I have tried it and it really works. So please give yoga nidra a try.
Yeah, actually, Rakul, it becomes very easy to speak about these things to you, because I know you, we have discussed that. We have discussed about spiritual textbooks, about the
Yeah.
Upanishads, and about how you, believe meditation as a very important thing, as much as I believe. So it becomes very easy to then tell you things, ki, acha ye karo, because I know you're very receptive to it.
Yeah.
So,
No, I
yeah,
was
so
talking about receptive. You are the one who introduced me to Kunjar Kriya. Now,
yeah.
I've always believed in cleansing your system because of so much toxic food that we eat. As much as we try to keep our food clean, you don't know the source of it. Today, the air,
Yeah.
the pollution, the
Yeah.
food that we are consuming, and, on the go packaged food that people eat. It is so important to cleanse, right? And I used to earlier think that going for a panchakarma for 15 days is what I need to do every year, but sometimes you can't take out that time. And
Of
last year,
course.
when I couldn't take out that time, you introduced me to Kunjar Kriya. So would you like to tell people about what is Kunjar Kriya and how important it is to cleanse your system regularly? I also feel that every religion has these fasts of Navratras, in different form, roza,
Yeah.
to actually detoxify your bodies, and hence
Right.
then connect internally, spiritually, which we say connecting with God. So
Yeah.
tell me, why is it important?
No, of course it is important. Like you said, this Panchakarma and the Kaya Kalp, all these have been ancient ways of body cleansing. So it's not something new. A lot of people say कि नहीं, हमारा तो self cleansing mechanism है. We have our kidneys, we have, we go for the urine, the bowel, the lymphatic system. Everything is in place. It's self-regulating, self-cleansing. But I should just tell them that, yes, of course, the body does that self-cleansing, but only when the body is, in a state of good health.
Yeah.
Agar, your joints and muscles feel strong, your hair feels shiny, you sleep well in the night, you wake up fresh, you eliminate effortlessly, in the morning. So these are all signs that, you're experiencing good health. You are also feeling happy, cheerful, exuberant in life in general. Then yeah, you don't need probably to go for a Kunja Kriya or any kind of detox. But then, as you said, the kind of modern life we live, we will probably feel like this for 3 to 4 months, and then we do feel that there's some imbalance somewhere, acne coming up, and feeling lethargic and all of those things. And that is why this ancient way of cleansing was always in place periodically. We never used to do it every day.
Yeah.
But कभी 3-4 महीने में एक बार, you have to do this so that you can reboot your body. And that is why it is important. Now the another thing is कि वो detox के नाम पे people end up having those kale juice and raw salads.
And that's the worst thing to do to your body. Would you
Yeah,
like to tell
yeah.
why?
Yeah, I mean, there is no ground on why we are doing this kale juice and raw salad. See, firstly, when we are saying detox, detox का मतलब क्या है? Detox का मतलब है that you're giving some rest to your body so that the body can work on repair and healing. So very common sensically speaking कि आपको उस समय बहुत light खाना खाना है because you want to give digestion process a little break so that the body can work on repair and recovery and all that, right? So when you're having raw salad and all these kinds of foreign exotic stuff, anything raw is never a light thing for the body to digest.
Yeah.
जो खाना कच्चा है, how can it be light?
Yeah.
We cook food so that the body doesn't have to break into it, right? कि body को ज़्यादा काम नहीं करना पड़े. That is why we cook food. So अगर हम कुछ कच्चा खा रहे हैं, it's definitely not it's the work for digestion, the digestive work increases.
Right.
So then there is no commonsensical connect that why are we having raw foods and then we are telling that we are detoxifying.
Absolutely. So, you know, like I do this Kunja Kriya every time I come back from a big holiday. Now I just did it after my New Year holiday when I was like, I got to get back on track. And after the Kunja Kriya, you asked me to eat khichdi. In fact, not just after Kunja Kriya, every time I've told you that I have a shoot or, you know, I want to suddenly drop a kg or look more toned, you asked me to shift to khichdi for dinner. And initially I had that, I thought, you know, carbs for dinner. Why khichdi for dinner? Because it's highly carb. Like, you know, dal also has carbs, which we think is protein, but very high carbs, and rice also. But you changed that thought process. Would you like to tell everybody why khichdi? Because I've seen difference, and, you know, I've been on khichdi for the last 3 days for my dinner. So would you like to tell everyone why?
So yeah, I mean, what do I say? Khichdi is like the most wonderful food that exists, right? I mean, this is like people usually tend to go towards cauliflower rice.
Correct.
This is something. This is something that I find so really amusing because, firstly, if you come from a food wisdom like that of India, जहाँ पे we often talk about food through generations. You will know that gobi, like cauliflower, is not something that anybody would have in the night. Correct. Your mom or your grandmom will always tell you कि नहीं gas करेगा.
Gas हो जाएगी, वाई करेगा पंजाबी में.
Exactly. So then suddenly when we look towards the trends, the fad diets and Western trends or whatever, we suddenly forget this wisdom because हम सिर्फ उसके ingredients को देखने लगते हैं कि अगर खिचड़ी में तो rice है, वो तो carbs है. Cauliflower mein to cauliflower hai, no carbs. So we suddenly start treating food as ingredients. So if we look at food as the resultant meal and not as an ingredient, then we'll be able to take better decisions about food. Because khichdi jis tarah se pakaya jata hai, I'm not talking about the pressure cooked khichdi, but jis tarah se hum ek patile mein usko lambi der tak pakate hain, we use a ladle to kind of stir it. It's a semi-soft consistency. There's a lot of water in which it is cooked. So that kind of preparation actually makes khichdi so light that we can even give this to infants. We can even give this to very frail, old and sick people. So, एक तरफ steamed rice है, एक तरफ khichdi है, ingredients same है. But just because the way in which they are cooked is different, the resultant, जो तासीर बोलते हैं हिंदी में, that the guna, like in Ayurveda, the तासीर or the guna, the nature of the resultant meal changes completely. So khichdi becomes very light for the body. And when you want to like drop a little more weight or when you just want to get a little more tone, that is why I tell you, okay, shift to khichdi for dinner because it's the lightest thing that you can give to your body.
Yeah, and from ages we've been listening, whenever you are sick, whenever your stomach is uneasy, khichdi do. 2-3 दिन khichdi khao, even if it's food poisoning or gastro or whatever.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I've always believed that there's so many myths about carbs. There's a fear of carbs. And people think carbs nahi khane matlab pizza nahi khana, but that's right. That is bad. And then there's rice, and then there's fruit in a certain quantity, right kind of fruit, seasonal fruits, or there's whatever we've grown up eating. Those carbs are those carbs, and not enough emphasis is laid on that because of, I feel, the whole gimmick industry of selling foods and packaged food.
Yeah.
So, guys, please have your carbs, like Munmun also says, and have the right kind of carbs.
Yeah, and like Rakul eats, because Rakul really eats well, and she looks like $1 million. And just to add, it's just not about how you look, Rakul, but just also the fact that, I think I really have to talk about this because people feel that, actors hain, so, they look in a certain way, but, people need to understand that, you are working 10 hours, 12 hours every day. Even there are times when you like almost waking up at 4 a.m. like I don't know how many 10 days at a
Yeah.
stretch, 12 days at a stretch,
I
and
was
then you're
waking up for a
constantly
month. Remember, I asked you,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
waking up at
yeah,
4. What do I
yeah,
change in my
yeah.
diet? Yeah,
Yeah, so these are things that probably, we people don't go through. We don't have these tough, tight schedules, and of, traveling from one country to the other and, hustling through the day. So if they are, doing that much work, they're giving so much effort and they are, performing, they cannot be on a starving diet for God's sake, because kahan se energy milega itna kaam karne ka?
correct,
So
correct.
it is about, eating sensibly, because of which they look great and they are also able to put that energy into their work.
Yeah, absolutely. And I believe that whatever you grew up eating, your grandmother's nuskas, whatever, whichever part of the country you come from, whether it's the south of Italy, as your
Yeah.
breakfast, or as we've grown up, people have grown up eating poha here in Mumbai, Maharashtra, whatever you've grown
Yeah.
up eating, your bodies are used to that. And just go home food, clean food, and you'll see.
Yeah.
Anything else that Munmun you'd like to add, and you'd like the viewers to know that possibly we haven't touched upon?
No, I think this was a great conversation. You are you are somebody who's like so inspiring. So just
I can just
thank
go
you.
on and on about food, and I think the 4 most important points, guys, that we have touched upon today is breakfast and Kunjar Kriya, which I learned from her, Yoga Nidra, which I learned from her, and I practice, and of course, khichdi as dinner. And
The
also one last thing I do want you to talk about is
yeah,
that intermittent fasting is really becoming very popular. People are going
yeah,
crazy, fasting for 16 hours, 18 hours, doing OMADs, which is, guys, for who all don't know, 1 meal a day. And I think it's crazy. I think
yeah,
you're starving your body, and in general, if you eat your early dinner and you eat your first meal, you end up doing a 12-hour window, which is like a circadian
yeah.
rhythm. So what is your take on intermittent fasting? Let's hear this one, and then we'll.
So intermittent fasting, there are so many ways. Okay, firstly, तो एक trend आया ये बोल के कि it's the way that all the sages and Rishi Muni used to live long and they used to fast and all those things. So that is how it started. And then like every trend starts, उसके कई रूप आ जाते हैं. So there was like a 5:2 intermittent fasting. कि 5 days आप fast करो, 2 दिन खाओ. And this one which you said, honestly, this is the first time I'm hearing this OMAD thing that you
Arey,
said.
OMAD is such a common thing. I'm going on OMAD. So what people do is that they eat lunch. I have people around me who do it, and I keep telling them, you are forcing your body, you're weakening your system.
Yeah.
अभी एक मील पे आदत डाल दिया तो बाद में जब वेट कम करना होगा बॉडी को क्या दोगे पानी so they load that one meal. Like load means the entire calorie, possibly
Yeah.
1500 calories in that one meal, and then they'll have
Wow.
like lunch to lunch, so
My
you don't
God.
feel like doing dinner when you eat that much, and then when you wake up in the morning you can run on your green tea and coffee for a while till your lunch.
My
So
God.
yeah, it's
It
really
sounds it sounds scary. You know what? I'll just say that I can just say that we have complicated food way too much. We have complicated health way too much. The thing that I promote and which you do, I do, everyone we know around, like people I work with, we do is this the circadian rhythm diet, which again, if you just remove the name कि भाई ये नाम ये है, but अगर आप अंदर से उसको देखो, it's a very natural way of eating.
yeah,
सुबह उठो, जल्दी उठो, खाओ एंड शाम को सूरज ढलने तक फिनिश कर दो. I
correct,
mean, it's the most natural way of eating, क्योंकि in the days of yore, when we had no electricity, this is how we used to eat.
right,
जब लाइट नहीं थी, बिजली नहीं थी, this is how people used to eat. That we didn't have inverters, generators, and all those things. तो यही हुआ करता था that everybody used to have a early dinner and then go to bed early. So even the Jains, like the community, Jain community, they still eat like that.
yeah.
Of course, I have a lot of clients who tell me कि यार आजकल हमारे बच्चे ऐसा नहीं खाते, but हम तो ऐसा ही खाते थे and all those things. But this is generally how Jain community used to eat. Even the Chinese medics believe that our
Even
energy,
in
life
the
energy,
West, they have supper at 6:30. Like whether you
yeah,
we
yeah,
follow everything else. We follow the junk food from the West, but we don't follow their timings. They eat dinner
Yeah,
at 6:30. Table reservations start at 5 p.m. for dinner in places. You know,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
when you
yeah,
go to even US, 6:37 is your dinner time.
yeah,
You know, and that's something I think we must definitely incorporate, because I think as Indians,
yeah.
we eat very late dinners.
We eat very late dinners and then we somehow feel that हम इतने मतलब worthy हैं कि हमने सारा दिन काम किया है, so we need to have some alcohol also. And अभी रात को अभी तो मतलब we are working so hard to earn, and then अभी कमाया है तो how can we not treat ourselves right? So they will
Right.
sit with a glass of scotch, and they will have all kinds of food because they feel they deserve it. But all I can say is that only if you treat your body right, you will be able to work for more longer years.
Yeah.
अगर हम लंबी रेस का घोड़ा बनना है और ज्यादा लंबा काम करना है, then you need to work on your health. And yeah, so the reasons why we see so many people in the industry, like I'm talking about the film industry, who are really इतने एज होने के बाद भी they are working, it's because they have taken care of your health through they have taken care of their health through the years.
I think in times like this, the most important aspect is taking care of our health, because the only place we live in is our body. So, on this note, I hope, guys, you all start your 2022 on this healthy note. You know, forget all the binging that you did through Christmas and New Year's, and let's hope. I mean, we both hope that you all have a great, healthy kickstart to 2022 and you're able to make these changes. Start with little, start with one change at a time, and
Yeah.
I hope that you see a difference.
Yes, and it's not actually what you do between the Christmas to New Year. It's actually what you
What
do
you
from New Year
do.
to Christmas.
Absolutely, absolutely. So
So yeah,
congratulations once again, Munmun, on your book. And
thank
guys,
you.
whoever, please order Yukta Har, the belly and the brain diet, and bring in these changes in your life.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Rakul.
It was lovely talking to you.
Bye.
Bye.